In this video, we are going to introduce a very important topic in mathematics called algebra. So algebra is when you actually express a number, an unknown number with an alphabet and form equations. So for example, we have an equation like this. So we actually have a alphabet, in this case x, represent a number in this equation. So the whole art and the whole math of using these variables to find solutions to questions and to find answers is called algebra. So x is very commonly used. You'll see a lot of questions with x and y. But technically you can use any symbol to represent a number. So it can be A, it can be B, maybe N. So all of this, there isn't a fixed set to say that it definitely has to be a specific alphabet. Algebra is very important to us because with algebra we can express real life scenarios in terms of mathematical formulas or equations. So for example, we know that a farm will always have 2 more dogs than cats. So if we know that if we express cats as a variable x, we call this variable, so we know that the number of dogs will be x plus 2. So if someone then tells you that actually there are 4 cats in the farm, then we can know that the number of dogs equals to 4 plus 2 equals to 6. So as you can see, because of algebra, we can actually find out the number of we can see the relationship between the number of dogs with number of cats. So we can also express x using index notation. What do we mean by that? So if you multiply x twice, we actually get x squared. If you multiply x 3 times, you get x cubed, and you multiply it 4 times, you get x to the power of 4. So we call this x to the power of 4, and you multiply 5 times, you get x to the power of 5, and so on. So a very important thing to note that for each equation, if you use x for a certain number, this x would be that number throughout the equation. So for example, if x is 3, in this whole equation x will be 3. So this x will be 3, this x will be 3, and this x will be 3. You cannot have you cannot say that this x is a 3 and this x is a 4. You will know the difference. So if you want to express it in a different number, then you have to use a different alphabet. So for example, x plus y equals to z. So these x and y can be different numbers. Y and z can be different numbers, or they can be same numbers as well. But if you are using x twice, so you say x plus x. So these two x's must definitely be the same number. So let's look at some examples. Okay, we have a algebraic expression for x squared, and we have for x bracket square. So is these two numbers same? The answer is actually no, because 4x bracket square, because of the brackets, is actually 4 square times x square, which gives you 16x square, where this number is actually just 4x squared. So you can see that the bracket actually makes a difference on how this this expression, what it actually means. Looking at another example, 8x multiplied by 5y divided by z. So this can be simplified by taking the numbers out. So you can say that this is 8 times 5 times x times y and divided by z. So this expression is also equivalent to 40xy over z. So what about example like this? 3x times 4 minus 2 divided by 5y. In this case, you have to complete the multiplications first before you can do the subtraction. You cannot do 4 minus 2 equals to 2 and then 3x times 2 divided by 5y. We cannot do it first. You actually have to give it like imaginary brackets between the multiplies and the multiplication and divisions with the additions and subtractions. So you must do the multiplications first, then you can do the subtraction. So in this case it's 12x minus 10y. So this will be the answer. And you can even simplify further if you take out the 2. So it's 2 6x minus 5. So with this knowledge on algebra, we can then solve questions. So let me give you an example. So we have a equation n equals to 2x cubed plus y. So the question will then ask you, can you find n if you have the value, say x equals to 2 and you know that y equals to 2. So now that we have this equation, we can use a method called substitution and put x equals to 2 and y equals to 2 into the equations. So n equals to 2 cubed plus 2. So in this case is 2 times 8 plus 2 equals to 18. So n equals to 18 when x equals to 2 and when y equals to 2. So with this substitution method, we are able to find the answer to equations, and this is how algebra can be used in its simplest form.